Well, greeting YouTubers. So this camera here, PowerShot, Sure Shot. I've had it for about 10 years. It's it's getting a lens failure. Well, the lens won't go out. If the lens goes out, it won't go back in. I've probably got my money's worth out of it, though I like them to last forever. I don't know why they can't last forever. So yeah, so I'm on my webcam. So I just wanted to do an update on my antenna situation. It's kind of fascinating, actually. Um, the last video I showed you the Yagi, that horizontal Yagi that I built, and so I put that up on the tower. And actually, I don't know if you can see this, but you could go in on some websites and see what you can receive for stations. I don't know what this one was. I could probably figure it out. But if you essentially is the center is my house, and you got true north. Albany, I can't get Albany from here. It's too many mountains and trees in the way. So basically, it's this corner here, this right corner area, and the one where the dark line is. Um, well, the one the dark line is, I think it's too far away. So really, what I'm looking at is the one up here. Um, so it's this one up here, and then this one over here. And I figure it's about 20 degrees apart from each other. So when I took the other antenna, which was the vertical Yagi that I've done videos on before, you know what it looks like. I basically did is I did a, like this. I didn't put them both in line. I did them like this. And then my tower, the way I did my tower is I have an inch and a half Schedule 40 white pipe, drain pipe, and that's what I built the vertical Yagi on. And then I stuck that onto another inch and a half, and put a coupling and some screws in it to keep it secure, and ran it up. And then I took a 2-inch pipe, ran it about 2 feet up the pipe, screwed it together, and that was what I've been working on for a while. And then my recent update is that I took a 3-inch pipe because you can't get a 2.5. If I could get a 2.5, it'd be swell, but that wasn't really available. So I took a 3-inch Schedule 40 white, and I screwed that in about 3 feet up. And then I put that up the wall and clamped it with 2 metal 3-inch clamps. So now I think it was probably a good 16 feet, maybe a little more above the roof. So I think it was probably maybe 8 or 10, maybe 8 feet higher than it was before. And with that, I kept these ones down here in the corner. These, but not these. Now these over here is PBS. They have 4 stations that are digital, and there's actually a lot of good stuff on that. There's Downton Abbey was on that, and they got mysteries. They've got a lot of good. They got some kid programming, which I don't care about. There's a cooking show on it that's really cool, and so it's local broadcasting mostly, and then they syndicate stuff. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, but I lost that, and can I lose it? I just raised it up higher to get the signal. So I emailed PBS and I asked them, you know, how high do I need the antenna to go in order to get their signal? And they said, well, you shouldn't even get it where you are because there's too many things blocking it. And then my second question was, where is the tower located and how high up is it, transmitter And they told me, and then I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm probably above that. And that's why I lose the station when I raise it up. So I had to put it back down. But the good part is that, so my old antenna, the vertical one, will get the PBS. And it comes in really good. So the new antenna gives me a better signal, but of course, with digital, you have to point it at the transmitter. In the old days of analog, you could take it and put a coat hanger. When the rabbit ear would break off, you could stick a coat hanger on it, a metal coat hanger, and it would work. You still get your 30 stations. You get your UHF, your VHF. You could run tinsel around the room. It all worked. You could get all these stations, but with digital, it's a direct point to point. So if you get a rotor and some more of the, if you want to get sophisticated, go out and buy one, put it up on a rotor. You can program in your stations and then turn it until they come in. That's I mean, you do it yourself, or I took pipe from the yard, built a tower, took little pieces of metal, put it all together. The only thing I had to buy was a preamp, and the preamp I would have needed anyway, whether I had a store-bought antenna or I had mine. And there's still no guarantee you're going to get it. So, with very little money, I built these two antennas, and the pipe is all scraps, and I bought the aluminum. I think the aluminum probably works better. A lot of people I've seen out there that build their own antennas, they use aluminum versus brass. But it is what you use. Seems to work. The signal strength is very high. So basically I instead of having it up 4 feet, I dropped it down. So it's still higher than it was originally because I'm still on the 3-inch pipe. But it's not, I really should be looking over here, shouldn't I? It's not, it's not way up. So at the lower point, I get my PBS stations, and I get the my CBS, not CBS, ABC, and Fox. So the 4 PBSs, Fox, Fox regular TV, not Fox News. But I do get Fox News. It's just, a couple hours a day, morning show, blah, 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 blah. But, the important stuff, which is the shows, is what I watch. And ABC. So I can watch Castle on Monday night and, a few other things on Sunday night. It would be nice to get CBS, because CBS has some great TV programming, but the station's far, far, far away. And mostly it's the mountains that are in between. There's a big friggin' mountain in between me and CBS, which is, it's that way. But there's mountains in the way. There's things that are higher. There's land masses that are higher than me, between me and the other side of the area. So, but I just watch CBS on the internet, which works. And so, I mean, I just thought I wanted to share that. And, I can't go out. I'm not going to bring the camera outside and drag the laptop outside. But you can just kind of have to think about it. That's what I did. And then, of course, there's the Radio Shack sells their preamp, right? Antenna amplifier in the store for $70. I can get the same brand and the same model from Amazon for $35. Same one. They tell me to buy local. Well, I'm not going to pay double to buy local. So I have to wait a couple of days. So what? So the way I have it hooked up is that they both have a they both have a print down and I cut them off the same spot and put a splitter in, except the splitters go into the splitter, and then the single side out goes to the amplifier that's next to the TV. Now the advantage of that is down the road, if I want to put a TV in here, in this side of the house, which would probably just go over here on the wall, that I could just split them apart, and then I'd have to settle for whoever gets it first. Or I do free-to-air satellite, which is actually something I've thought about doing too. But because you can, in this part of the country, of the United States, there's one satellite. I can't remember what it is. But if you do I think it's FTA.com. Type in your zip code and your address. It'll tell you what free-to-air satellites are up there. And I think it's Galaxy. I don't know. Other parts of the world actually have more free-to-air signals than we do in the United States. Go figure. Oh, it must have something to do with what's that name? I know. It's DirecTV, and they want you to pay for it. They want you to pay the $50, $60, $100 for stuff that's just floating around the thingies. So but other parts of the world, they can just put up a dish and a receiver and buy a receiver and receive programming. It's just what do you think? It's just like cell phones. So don't get me started. I can talk all night. So I just thought I'd share and blah 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 blah. Have a great day, YouTubers.